What's going on, everyone? This is Dr. Mephisto and welcome to the ride for today's episode. I'm here in Brampton, Ontario, very close to Toronto, and the guest I'm getting today is originally from Angola, and he's an actor, dancer, singer, speaks 4 languages. I hope I didn't forget anything. Yeah, I can't wait for you guys to discover him. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to get the latest videos, and also go check out our patreon.com page. The link is in the description below. Today we have a special bonus story. This guy made a couple of sick freestyles on his latest tracks about to release, and hope you guys enjoy. Let's go.
What's up, boss? How you doing?
You good?
I'm chilling, man.
All right.
Let's do this. A little tall for this. Back up a little bit. Welcome.
So, as usual, give us a quick introduction for people who don't know you.
So, for people who don't know me, I go by the name of Arnaldo Lavres, also known as Dolo the Gifted. The reason why Dolo the Gifted is my name. Initially, I was just Dolo. The Gifted came up across where there's actually a lot of artists out there named Dolo. So
okay.
I needed to figure a way to differentiate myself from everybody else. And because I speak and write 4 languages, and I also make music in all 4 languages, which is honestly a gift from God, so I just said Dolo the Gifted.
What languages?
Portuguese, Spanish, English, and French. I was born and raised in Angola, which a lot of people don't even know. There's several countries in Africa that were colonized by Portugal, which of course we speak. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, I tell them, oh, what's your language? Portuguese. They're like, you're Brazilian? I'm like, no, I'm African, born and raised.
You know why I know that?
Why?
Because I used to do capoeira.
Capoeira.
Yeah. And it is Angola.
And a lot of people don't know that capoeira was originally from Angola. The Angolan slaves took it to Brazil, and then it became the Brazilian capoeira till this day. And I used to dabble in capoeira a lot as a kid as well.
Yeah.
Moved to Canada some 20 years ago. Originally we were in Gatineau, which is basically Quebec.
Okay.
Ottawa.
Yeah, Gatineau. Okay.
Yeah, Gatineau. And then it just started from there. I started playing basketball, which is my first love. And after basketball, I needed to find a way to fit in with everybody else. When you're the new African kid in town, you can't speak English, you can't speak French, you can't communicate, your clothes are all, I'm saying, different.
Oh, you learned French in Quebec?
I learned French in Quebec, my friend. I learned French and English in Quebec.
That's why when I heard you speak French, I thought you were Haitian.
That's why, because all the black people in Quebec are mostly Haitians.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Some of my best friends are Haitians. Shout out to the LBC. And that's just how it developed. And then the one thing I could always do very well is dance. It's one of those, when you have like superior proprioception, you can see something and you can mimic it right away. So that was literally my key to fitting in with everybody else, how to deal with the stress of, learning a new language. And luckily people gravitated to that, and then
some people call that Sharingan.
Sharingan, yeah! Kagebushi no Jutsu, you know what I'm saying? I watched Naruto too, man. And then went to University of Ottawa, graduated in psychology and a minor in social sciences. But this whole thing really started because I am an actor. I'm an actor first. So right after I finished university, I moved to LA.
Okay.
After contemplating if I should start dabbling in music or not.
Hold on, you went a little too far here. It was just like introduction. Let me drive just the beginning, then we'll let it loose.
I was gonna introduce myself all the way to Toronto.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Like, we'll go through the history. And just like I usually start with like, what's your path? Like, how do you start as an artist?
Yes. Okay.
It's mostly like that, because I see you like you're going too fast right now, and we need to
Slow down.
yeah, slow down a minute.
I got you.
So it's more like, first let's start with like, where did your artistic path started, basically?
Michael Jackson.
All right. So dance.
Michael Jackson had this ability to make you forget where you are and what you're doing.
Yeah.
Whether it's phonetically or visually, it's just like I've always dancing is basically what started my whole the whole artistic side, the bubble inside to want to entertain was from dancing, and Michael Jackson is the sole reason for all of it. Who doesn't want to moonwalk? Who in the world does not want to moonwalk? Right? You want to dance, do the hat, the trick, and then once you start listening, right? Once you start listening to it. So my very first artistic movement was always dancing. Although as a soccer player, joga bonito, because back home the only thing you do is either one, you eat food, or two, you play soccer. That's literally the way we live by. So you gotta have a certain amount of footwork, and soccer was the art itself, but dancing was always, especially in Angola, we have kuduro, we have kizomba, we have samba, and we have semba. There's so many dance styles that it's ingrained in the system. So dancing is where it all started, to be honest.
And it started with a foreign.
Yeah, it started with kuduro back home, and like you said before, we used to do capoeira.
Right.
A lot. That was part of like literally training in school. You got to do capoeira, and capoeira, as we know, is a dance.
So really, like the beginning of the artistic path is just you were born, because you always danced. There you
Since
go.
day one. Since day one, and my mom's a great dancer too, so it's in the DNA. Shout out mom.
She's still around, right?
Yeah. Of course, she's in Ottawa right now. I'm about to go see her very soon. Want to know what's funny? It trickled down the gene pool. I have 3 younger sisters.
Okay.
My 3rd youngest sister is probably the best dancer in the family right now. And I swear to God, it wasn't always the case. It wasn't always the case. But her come up is real, and she is probably right now the best dancer in the whole family. She's going to LA, she's going to New York, she's doing her thing. She runs a little group, and I'm honestly very proud of her. Because it started with me. I had a dance group called Diverse.
Okay. Here in Brampton?
Not in Brampton. Diverse was back in 2007.
Okay.
I was chilling down Ottawa. I had just got kicked out of school because I shot my very first movie during my very first week of exams.
Okay.
So,
as an actor, or
as an actor?
Okay.
As an actor. So I tried. My second youngest sister had an audition for some agency. We showed up, the whole family, and they're like, "You look good," and they also took my mom. "You look great. Would you like to be a part of the agency?" We're like, "Okay, sure, fine." Fast forward a few months, I got an audition. I landed. I got the role, and it's literally my first year of university. And I also have this role that I just got, and I'm fresh out of high school, so I'm like, "Oh, I'll just tell them I was sick for a week, and then we'll move from there." Mm-hmm. Boy, I failed 4 out of 5 classes because I missed the final exams, and then they kicked me out of school. And then now I'm contemplating downtown. I see these 2 guys dancing, and Boogie, which is the guy you always see me with in all my videos, right? And he was there with Duans, and they were just dancing in the middle of the street, and I'm like, "What's going on?" Next thing you know, I'm at practice, we form a group, and we started dancing, and then that's how Diverse came about. We're just really, really mostly heavy hip-hop and breakdancing.
So you were in Toronto at the time?
This is all in Ottawa.
Okay. So you met that guy in Ottawa, and now you guys both moved here?
Yeah.
I see.
And it's funny how because when the group split, I went to LA and he went to Atlanta.
Okay.
And then he went through what he had to go through, I went through what I had to go through. And then I moved to Toronto. He was already in Toronto, and we actually had no idea.
That's funny.
Yeah, we had no idea. It's like, where you at right now? I'm like, I'm in Toronto. It's like, oh, I'm in Toronto too. And I was like, okay, let's link up. And then, boom, we got back together. And I just started doing music again. He was in the music scene, but he wasn't really doing his own music. He had his ex with him, and she was doing music at the time. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and now we're doing music together. That's just how it started.
So you said you were dancing together. Well, what kind of dance were you doing?
Then it was mostly hip hop.
Okay.
It was mostly hip hop, and we had a lot of break dancing.
Okay.
And I was focused on a lot of stunts, like putting people on my back, doing push-ups with 10 people, right? So the wow factor of the experience, like we used to call them power moves. You know, like you're gonna do a backflip off of somebody's shoulders. Yeah. Oh, dude, we used to do a lot of crazy stunts. Backflip off the stage, land on your feet. So it was really the one thing that made us different compared to a lot of the other groups in the city.
Have you heard of Mayhem Finest?
Mayhem's Finest?
Yeah.
No.
They're part of one of the OG group. They used to do that. There's like a super tall guy who used to carry two other guys and do like a bunch of stuff like that in the city.
Is that in Toronto?
It's in here.
Mayhem's Finest.
Yeah.
Do they do like sometimes, like especially during Cabana, are they breakdancers?
No, they're poppers.
Then no, I don't know them.
They one of the brothers in the group was on So You Think Can Dance Boneless, maybe.
I've seen, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's part of the Mayhem's Finest?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
I actually auditioned for So You Think You Can Dance, and I got down to the choreography round in 2000
Yeah, choreography is tricky.
2012 or 2011, I don't remember. And yeah, the choreography it had hip hop and contemporary, and it didn't come through. But it was a good experience though. It was a good experience. It was a really good experience.
For street dancers, like self-made, it's tough to do choreography.
And I know you're a dancer too, sir. I know, what's your style?
So I started with hip hop when I was like 17. So it's been a while. Doing like it was more like popping locking at the time, to be honest. Like, and mixed with a little bit of hip hop. It's funny because back in the days, my teacher was from Cuba. I didn't speak French at all, and it was just showing up stuff. It was weird, but it was cool. And then I just did. Biggest inspiration when I was a kid was Michael Jackson as well. But then getting in university, I started salsa, and I got like really deep into it and danced for, it's been 20 years now.
Salsa is no joke.
More than that actually.
Salsa is no joke at all. I understand the basics of it, but to see the pros or somebody who's been going at it for a few years.
Sorry, not 20 years.
The hand could.
Not that old. I'm not that old. Yeah, it's tough. The guiding part is tricky for guys.
Yeah. If you don't understand how whichever hand it is that you're guiding her with literally dictates how the rest of the choreography is going to go.
The connection is
absolutely
very, very tough.
And if she knows your speed, and then there's all sorts of things that go into. I used to do forró.
But kizomba, like you used to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a strong connection.
Like kizomba is you need sometimes both hands because you're controlling her hips at the same time. My kizomba is rusty. Yeah. Very rusty. I have the basics, but it is very rusty because you don't practice, you lose it. Yeah. Just like pop lock, your shoulders are gonna lock up, right? Pop, 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 all your combinations.
Yeah.
Oh man, but dancing is literally what began the whole stratosphere.
So yeah, salsa, and then I did went back to hip hop, like maybe 2 to 3 years later. Then started house dance. Did it for a while, and salsa, hip hop. It's really, there's all of that in house dance, right?
Yes.
And then like a few years back, I started doing like Afro with my boy Percy. And yeah, just love discovering new styles, man. A little bit of Krump at some point too, and it started. It's
when
fun.
Krump came out, those were the times, man.
It came out for you earlier than us, though. Because we had
T'étais en France? Were you in France? At the
yeah,
time?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, everybody's Krumper when Rise came out. You know what I mean?
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Once Rise came out, that's why I guess it came out for us a little bit earlier than you guys.
Yeah.
But Krumping was serious, dude. My back used to hurt me.
It's still very much like a style on this, not on the side, but like it's not well understood.
The Europeans
by a lot
took
of people.
Krump and ran with it. The Europeans and the Japanese took Krump and ran with it. I see there's this little kid called Lil Beast, and if you watch him, oh my goodness, it's like the expressions and the emotions are so in tune. And I don't know, it's probably maybe 10 or 11 years old, and I promise you he's Krumping better than some kids. And I'm very in tune with the dance community. Of course, I watch the twins, but I also watch everybody else. Kefton, Beats, the Criminals, all of them, Fabrice. Like, I can go through the list of names, but I follow a lot of breakdancing crews. I follow a lot of hip hop, and just staying in touch because they're the ones who revolutionized, you know, dancing. Dancing is absolute key to everything.
So you must have recognized a couple of guys on the ride, right? I don't know if you saw the episode I did before. I talked to a lot of dancers.
You have a lot of episodes, man. You have a lot of episodes.
You know, when you're having fun.
Yeah, you have a lot of episodes, but I'm gonna watch it. Who did I miss?
Lucy Kanji.
What?
Yeah.
You had him?
Monster Pop.
Okay. I've seen Bluesy. I've never met him before, but Monster Pop, no. I don't know.
You don't know Monster Pop? Monster Pop is like very like crazy popper from Montreal. Montreal is there for popping, man.
One of our friends, one of our group members named Armel. We call him Armor X.
Oh yeah, Armel. I know Armel. Are you kidding me? That guy's a killer. He was battling Lucy Kanji back in Montreal. I was there, man. I was.
Écoute-moi. Armel was in our crew.
Okay.
Diverse. And Armel is the guy who I'm talking to you about doing backflips off of my shoulders.
Oh, I see.
And we had this battle, Ultimate Dance Crew. We had this battle called Ultimate Dance Crew in Ottawa. And the things we went through, Armel is honestly, I believe Armel has what it takes to take it to the next level. Is he has to somehow get out of Canada and then just flourish, because he can pop his ass off like no tomorrow. And
I battled him once. He kicked my ass.
Yo,
that's how I met him.
Yo, the world is such a small place. The world is such a small place. I always send him messages like, dude, keep doing you. He's teaching now. He's in Montreal right now.
Yeah.
He used to be in Ottawa, and I told him he's in Montreal. The next step is here, and the next step is just the world. Armel can pop his, and I saw his battle against Bruce. Remember that how I got introduced to Bruce is when he did the le mot que tu cherches, the words that you're looking for is the dance competition in France.
Juste debout.
Juste debout.
Well, that's his battle.
Yeah, kind of fait juste debout and
against what's his name again?
Nelson. Yo, when he stood still and and then he backed up. Woo, that was it. I thought he should have won the battle.
I was there for that battle. Yeah.
Yo, t'es chanceux, mon gars.
I used to come back to France just for Juste debout.
That is honestly, I told myself, God willing, if things go well, if we make it, I need to go to a Juste debout at least once a year. I don't care if it's in Europe or whatever. I need to watch at least a full dance battle once a year, and I have to do an EBS as well, a European buck session. I need to do one of those as well. I just want to be there live, because we don't have these crazy battles in here. It's not the same, and these are the best ones in the world. So that's really, like, I told myself, if I have the opportunity to travel, I need to go watch one of these battles live. Because I don't call myself a dancer anymore, just because I'm not in the community, like, per se, every day. Because when you're a dancer, you literally dance every
I don't agree with that.
single day. I take the title as an entertainer. More than just the singularity of a dancer, because I do dance. And honestly, my past 4 songs, when I write the song and it has an upbeat, I create a dance to it. I have a lot of songs that have their, I literally make a choreography, just like Celebrate. Yeah. Right?
For me, I think as long as you understand the connection between movement and music,
you're a dancer.
And you're able to, you know, converse. It's a language.
It's a conversation.
Once you're able to talk, you're a dancer.
It really is. People tell me I can't dance. I'm like, take a step in front of you and then take another one you're walking, that's literally a form of dancing. And then you just gotta, you know, either slow down or go faster, and then you're on beat, and then you can move forward from that. I actually used to teach.
Yeah,
I used to teach hip hop.
I figured. I saw you showing people on the beach. I was like, that guy was a teacher.
I used to teach, and I used to teach kids, the shortest attention span in the whole wide world. But once you put on a beat and you show them something, and their eyes go wow, and then they want to do it,
Yeah.
right? And then you're able to engage. Yeah, that was a fun time, man. It was fun. Like 45 kids. That was crazy. The simplest choreographies, and then they'll move from there. But yeah, man.
And I have a last question regarding dance, and then we'll move to music, because Donatello.
We.
You know.
Of course,
Okay. That's
Ben we. Of course.
You know, I never saw that guy dancing.
Really?
Never. Like every time I was singing, it was like our male's mentor in the back. But then I never saw him dance ever.
Oh man.
And I saw him a lot.
Oh man.
He's a cool guy though.
He's very laid back.
He's Liam McFly's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's not
like
go too
that.
much into
It's
the.
just like these are
who's
things
who.
I know that because of Armel, but other than that, once I moved to LA and my focus went into acting, that's when things started to break down apart. Like I can do this very well. I can also do this very well. I can do this very well. And if I don't know how to do this, because I'm good at these 3 other things, I can actually do this very well. Right? Dancing is literally, like you said, a language, and it'll always be a part of even the way that I speak sometimes, the way that I talk. You just, you know, your body's always moving. Say what?
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
And so let's take a step back. Music. When do you start that path?
I was 17 years old. I tried to write a song.
So girl.
So it was probably something in there.
Yeah.
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying just came out, and everybody and their mom wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, that came out, you just wanted to rap. So what I did, I went to my computer and I just started typing rhymes. Click, 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 click,
So you see that's very important. Like you went to your computer. The
Yes.
computer didn't come to you. You know.
No. Yeah, different times, man. And I just started typing rhymes, and literally it looked like a dissertation. It's just non-structured. It literally just went. And then a few guys at school, they're like, all right, let's go and I have a little home studio. Let's go check it out. I went there, and it took me about 80 takes to do one verse.
All right.
One of the most humbling experiences of my life. There's like 6 other people in the room. They're all staring at you. There's a mic, and then you're trying to deliver this bar to this beat you never heard, and it's not fitting in the cadence. And when I wrote it in my head, I thought it was Twista. So I'm like, get in the weather for the really wanna come and get in the right. I was trying to. That's how I figured it was gonna come out. And I've never done this rap thing before. And I choked so bad.
Yeah.
I told myself I am never. I'm a basketball player. I told myself, you know what, man, music isn't for me.
Stick to basketball.
I'm gonna just stick to basketball. I'm about to go to Ottawa U. I'm about to do my thing. This music thing is not for me at all. And I literally didn't touch music till like, I think I was 24. I was getting ready to move to I literally did not do any music at all. I stopped completely. I didn't freestyle, I didn't write, I didn't do poems. I just listened to music, and then that's all I did. Fast forward like almost 6 years or something like that. I'm about to move to Los Angeles, and I'm like, okay, I'm in literally the capital of entertainment. I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket, and I'm gonna see which door opens for me first. Because inside of me, I always knew that I could potentially make music, but I wasn't sure because I hadn't tried it. So before I moved to LA, I contacted this dude who had a studio, and I'm like, let me just give this a second chance. Let me just try this again. Which
Why didn't you go straight to the studio and you need to practice?
No. I wrote some stuff down. I had a beat in mind, and then I finally figured a studio somewhere. But when I'm telling you that I almost had the whole song memorized before I even stepped in the studio, because that was the trauma that I had the first time of just going in the studio with pen and with a written down lyrics and not having like a structure. So I structured myself first. I wrote something really small, and I listened to it today and I'm like, man, I sound like doo-doo. And other people telling me, dude, this is your first song and it's actually really good. And I'm like, look, man, thank you very much, but you're just lying to me, because it sounds like trash. I went to the studio and then I laid down the song, and for the first time I actually felt like, you know, okay. The first time was horrible. This time it went okay. It didn't took me 80 takes. It took me about 20, you know, 20 takes for a verse. And then I moved to Los Angeles. I had like 4 songs with me. Once you move to LA, so I'll basically make it like this. When it comes to the art of music, that happened in Canada. When it came to the business part of it, that happened in Los Angeles. When I started to learn what goes into actually creating a song, I'm talking like the copyrights, I'm talking about the clearing of the beats, I'm talking about the contracts, the whole experience. How I didn't even know what a master was. I thought you went to the studio, you spit, and then you leave with a full song in your hand. And then it was a humbling experience yet again. I go in the studio, they charge me $100 an hour. I'm in LA, so it is what it is. I came in ready. I laid the song out within an hour, all of it. The name of the song was I Love My Haters, which is on my Soundcloud. I don't know why it's still there. I Love My Haters. And that was, I guess, I don't know, what I was feeling at the time. And then he sent it to me and he's like, okay, so it's about $400 to mix and master. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah. So right now what you have is just, you know, waves of sounds. This isn't mixed, this isn't mastered, this isn't radio ready. And when he told me it was $400, I'm like, you know what, man? This music thing isn't for me again. I was like, I don't want to take a part of it. Like, do you own the beat? I'm like, what do you mean do I own the beat? It's like, yeah, you need to own the rights to the beat so you can put it out and you can actually sell it and make, you know, money out of it. And I'm like, I can't just put this out like this. It's like, technically you can, but you can't make money out of it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then the one time I went to this agent's house in LA, he opened up all of his kitchen cupboards, all of it. And he only had contracts in there. He didn't have a single plate. He didn't have knives. He didn't have cups. He's like, this is what I do for a living. I make sure that whatever's put out there is legally bind so that you're able to make money. And when I saw that, I'm like, because I went to LA to be an actor. And acting's very simple. You go, you do your lines, you forget it, you sign a contract. Contract has a number on it, and then that's it. Literally, you get your check, and then you get your royalties as they come in. It is very ABC.
Yeah. Music
is a complete different monster when it comes to putting it out there and not biting back to you. Right off of that, bad taste in my mouth. For the second time I give up on music and I just let it go, and I'm like, nope, I'm here, I'm an actor, I'm just gonna focus on acting, and that is it. Fast forward maybe 2 years, I'm in Toronto, I meet Michael, and then I'm like, you know what, I really enjoy creating music. Like, I actually like it. For some reason, I just can't deal with the business aspect of it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make music for me, and I'm not gonna care about the business part of it. I go on YouTube, I find a couple beats, I started freestyling, and then shout out to my boy Kenny who passed away. And then Michael came into the picture, Kenny came into the picture, and we just started freestyling and like back and forth. And I'm talking like for hours. So from here to Ottawa, it's about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And we are all from Ottawa. We do back and forth. We would literally leave the house, press play on a beat, and then we would do literally 4 hours from Toronto to Ottawa, and we would freestyle the entire time.
Yeah.
Do we sound horrible? Yes, we did for the first 60 hours. And then the other 60 hours, it started to come together. We started to develop a certain keen, a certain sense of how you want to rhyme, lime, shine, grind. Right?
Just tell the truth, you didn't have the radio in the car, right?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We did have a radio. We had the radio in the car, but that was because we were honestly thinking about, okay, like we actually have the talent here. The reason why is because we all speak so many languages, and there's nobody who's actually taking advantage of the languages. And then God bless Kenny, he passed away. And then that was honestly, we hadn't put any music out, and once Kenny passed away, it was like, okay, we have to make this happen for him, in the sense that we have all these songs, but we haven't put them out in the world yet. And then we just gradually started putting songs out. So Toronto is really the mecca of music right now, but it's also the one place where it gave that rebirth to me personally, to make music again. And now we are where we are. I mean, your card doing an interview about it. This is a great experience.
So you basically restarted what, like how many years ago?
4
years ago.
4 years ago. 4 years ago. The freestyling 4 years ago. We finally released little songs here and there. 2 years ago, I officially released my very first mixtape, February 1st.
With Damager?
No.
Not with him?
My very first mixtape is called Slowly But Surely, because that is a saying that I was always telling everybody. Life isn't about racing, it's about taking the right steps forward. Because when you're racing, you can't see what's ahead of you very clearly. But if you're going at a nice pace, you can see the bumps on the road, you can see the cracks on the road. So that was always something I've always said. Slowly but surely, we're gonna make our way as far as we can take this thing. So the name of the mixtape is Slowly But Surely. I put it on SoundCloud. It's on YouTube as well. Yeah, Slowly But Surely, Volume 1.
I'll put in the link below.
Thank you, sir. And it's really just, honestly, club songs. When you listen to it, these are songs that you can bop your head to really hard. And I told myself I'm gonna release as many songs as I can this year, because as an artist, and I'm pretty sure you know yourself, it's never really done. A song is never really complete. You just have to trust the process and put it out there. I have almost 70 songs that nobody's ever heard, and they're fully ready to go. But I feel like I never had the proper platform to give the song a chance to shine, to give the song a chance to actually, flourish to its entirety, to its full potential. And then once that happened, I just decided, you know what, it is what it is. People aren't gonna know that I even have these songs if I don't put them out there. And then boom, released the mixtape, and then the mixtape did its thing. We shot a bunch of music videos. I think we got like 5 or 6 out this year. And then Damager decided to do a song himself, to be the executive producer of Celebrate. And I think we just hit 5K today, which is our biggest song so far. I am so, like, people might be thinking 5K, that's nothing. Dude, 5K to me is such a big milestone. To be honest, 5 views at all is big to me. Yeah. The fact that 5 people even took the time out of their day to listen to anything that I had in my head, and I put it out in the world, and then you actually, give it a chance to listen to it, is happy. 5K is mind-blowing, and then right now we're just prepping for 2020 to see where it goes. But Damager is the one who originally produced and made Celebrate. He's the executive producer of it.
Very cool. So hold on, let me take a step back. What happened to acting?
So I came in Toronto for acting. I got into an agency, and I was a personal trainer at Good Life.